Welcome back to another class on Halacha for women. We are in the sefer called Otzar Dinim by Rav Yitzchak Yosef Shlita. In the previous class, we had started speaking about the importance of a woman davening Shemona Esrei one time a day. Whether it's going to be Shacharit, Mincha, or Arevit, either one of them is good. As we explained in the previous class, preferably Shacharit. If not, Mincha. If that she can't also do, then at least Arevit. But one prayer must be said by a woman. All that was in regards to a Sephardi woman. What about a Ashkenazi? A woman who's from the Ashkenazic background. So comes Rav Yitzchak Yosef Shita and he tells us, Minhag rov hanashim ha'ashkenaziyot litpalel rak shacharit u'mincha shelo kiblu alehem litpalel aravit. The custom of majority of the Ashkenazi women is to only pray Shacharit and Mincha because they never accepted upon themselves to also pray Arevit. So that's going to be the difference between the Sephardi woman and the Ashkenazi woman. By Sephardim, it's only once a day. Ashkenazi, majority of them, it's 2 times a day. Again, you guys want to daven 3 tefillot? You guys can. I'm just saying over here what the halacha is required, or better yet, what the halacha requires from the woman. The next halacha Rav Yitzchak Yosef Shota wants to speak about is a woman coming to shul. A lot of times you see this, especially on Shabbat morning. A lot of times you see a woman, she comes to daven to shul. Now you have to understand, to come to shul and daven, which is not a problem, or throughout the week, not a big deal. You need to understand, if this is going to make a setback in the house when it comes to not being able to take care of the kids, or not preparing the food, or not being able to take care of the husband or the house, because you have to go and daven in shul, that is a very big no-no. Let me read it for you inside. Me'achar v'nashim chayavot b'tefillah, since women are obligated in Shemona Esrei, lachen hitiknu b'chol beit HaKnesset, yatzia miyuchad lenashim, therefore they instituted in every single Beit Knesset a designated balcony or a side room, which is called the Ezrat Nashim, right? We have a section that is done specifically for women. Certain shuls, the men are all on the bottom, the women are on the balcony. Certain shuls, you have men on the first floor, you have a mechitza, a partition, and then you have the woman behind them. Whichever way it is, he's just telling us over here that since it's an obligation for women to pray, that's why they went ahead and they instituted in shuls that there should be also a woman section. However, he says, "En hanashim chayavot b'tefillah b'tzibur." Women are not obligated in davening with a congregation just like a man is. A man has to daven with 10 men. A woman does not need to daven with 10 women or even 10 men. She could daven by herself at home. Why? Why isn't she obligated with a congregation of 10 men? Because we're not going to be able to join you to be part of the count if we need you as a minyan. For example, if we have 9 men and there's 1 woman in the women's section, can we count her as number 10 and then start davening? Absolutely not. Since you're not able to help us, therefore you have no obligation to daven with the congregation. Mikol makom, nevertheless, yesh lahem schar amash she'onot omen achar shaliach tzibur. But you do have reward on this, that you answer amen after the shaliach tzibur, or achar haomer kaddish, or after the one that is saying kaddish. V'shmuot kriyat v'shmuot kriyat Torah, and when you hear the reciting of the Torah, for all these things you do get reward. So even though you have no obligation to daven with a congregation, with a minyan of 10 men, you don't have that obligation. But if you did come and you answered amen after the chazan, or after the one that is saying kaddish, or you heard the reading of the Sefer Torah, for all that, for all that you will get reward. Here where Rav Yitzchak Yosef speaks about what's more important, the household or davening with a congregation. Ve'im halicheta lebeit HaKnesset goremed shelo tuchal lid'og l'tzarchei ba'ala v'hayeladim, If going to the synagogue is going to cause that she's not going to be able to take care of the needs of the husband and the children, adiv shitpalal bebeita. It is better that the woman should daven at home. V'lo telech lebeit haknesset, and she shouldn't go to the Beit HaKnesset. Achar shehi mechuyevet levashel ulechabez v'ledoog letzorchei ba'ala v'yaladaha. Since she's obligated to cook and to do laundry and to worry for the needs of her husband and her children. Ubetifila betibur edem mechuyevet klal. And when it comes to when it comes to davening with the congregation, you're not obligated at all. So therefore, you have an obligation to take care of your husband and your children and your household chores. That's an obligation on a woman. Davening with a tzibur, with a congregation, that's not an obligation on you. So therefore, comes Rav Yitzchak Yosef Shulta says, if by you being in shul is going to cause balagan in the house, don't come to shul. Take care of your kids, take care of your household chores, take care of your husband, and daven at home. He says over here, Zula b'parsha chor shenachon me'od she'anashim telchena lebeit haknesset l'shmo kriyat haparsha. One time we're going to tell you that it is correct. It's still not an obligation, but it is very much correct for women to go to the Beit HaKnesset in order to hear the Parshat Zachor, which the rabbis do mention when the Parshat Zachor comes. Since it's a reading from the Torah, we even want the woman to come and hear it if they can come and hear it. There is a Gaon Vilna, just something came to my mind right now. The Gaon Vilna speaks about where he has a letter and he speaks about over there that he told his daughters that they should not come to shul. They shouldn't go to shul and try to answer Kaddish and Kiddusha and listen to the Sefer Torah and so on and so forth. And and you have to understand, the Gaon Vilna's daughter was speaking about righteous woman. And when asked why, he said because when women, a lot of times when they go to shul, what do they do majority of the time? They don't have the obligation to daven like men. Right? Like we said, they only have the Birkot HaShachar, Birkot HaTorah, Shema Yisrael, Shema Esrei. That's all. They don't have to do everything in between. The Zimra, the Birkot of Kriyat Shema, after Kriyat Shema, the Sefer Torah. No, so what are they going to do? They're going to chit-chat. They're going to talk. Lashon Hara, they're going to interfere. So this is very important. If a woman comes to shul to try to do the mitzvah of praying with the tzibur where she's not obligated, and because she's there, now other people are conversing with her, speaking to her. And because of them, Rabotai, there's distraction. Even if there's no distractions, but in general, speaking about mundane stuff during davening is asur. So you walked in thinking you're a righteous lady trying to daven to Hashem, where you could have done the same thing at home. You walked in with one mitzvah, which is only from the rabbis. And you're walking away with a lot of sins, a lot of averot, lashon hara, disturbing, not answering kaddish, and many other problems arouse, which I don't want to say today is even worse, Rabotai. Today when women come, they come dressed. Nobody comes like a shmata, Baruch Hashem. Everybody has to look good. I'm not telling you not to look good. But here we have another problem. Women start, when they put a perfume on themselves, and if it's a mechitza, like men are on the bottom and the women are right behind them, the whole Beit Knesset starts smelling like women. You think men are able to daven normally? That's asur, not allowed. Certain women come dressed in very immodest fashion. They come tight, very big problem. Now when they're outside, they're standing waiting for their husbands. Other men are coming out and they're looking at them. Isurim d'oraita. Rabotai, woman, listen to carefully. What the halacha says, do it. What it doesn't says, don't do it. If you're able to go to shul and not talk and come out before all the men start coming out, be my guest. Go to shul, try to get more reward. If not, stay at home. You could do exactly the same thing at home. Why push yourself to do more when you don't have to? Especially when you're at home, you don't speak lashon hara. Nobody's gonna look at you. Nobody's gonna talk bad about you, and there's no affairs being done. Plus, you're able to take care of your household, prepare the food, take care of your husband. You wish your mitzvah from the Torah. And anyway, Rabotai, I hope you guys get the point. Have a great day. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen ve'amen.